All right. Hi, my name is Aaron, and I am an Excel expert for hire. My background is 10 years as a mechanical engineer. I worked 6 years in the automotive industry for a tier 1 supplier to Ford, and then I worked 4 years at Boeing on the 787 program. And throughout my years as an engineer, I did all kinds of innovative things with Excel, and basically it is capable of resolving any type of automated process flow you're looking for your business. So I'm here to offer my skills to you. They're very affordable, and I operate very professionally. So let me show you what I've done. We can either do simple spreadsheets, calendar tracking, or we can do some more advanced stuff where you essentially have a graphic user interface within Excel to automate your process flows. So let's take a look at the latest one I made. I made this form for a business startup in Denver that does plug-and-play marijuana grow operations, and I just wanted to demo this out to you to show you the capabilities of Excel. So the first step in this process is you lay out the rooms of the floor plan that the client wants, including the square footage area, and then we can automatically sum that to get the summary of the floor plan. And then with that information, here the client asked that I also include the ability to calculate out the cost of a secure vault for them. This section allows them to estimate building an exterior warehouse that goes around the walls. This is an exterior lab selector. We're not going to use this because it just is kind of a different style of quote. And here we have the equipment build list. Now up above, we selected a series of templates based off of what type of room this grow operation had, right? So here we have a T5 kit, an LED kit, and you can see these drop downs all exist. Now all of these drop downs exist here. So my client that I sold this to, if he ever needs to change or add to the drop downs, all he needs to do is come to this sheet and add them. The Excel tools I make are very, very manageable. I'd like to deliver you a tool and then it completely auto work without need of any additional updates from me. All right, so using that template information and the square footage area, we've got this macro in place that is apply equipment templates. And what it does is it's going to take that template and it's going to take the square footage area and it's going to calculate out the quantity in which that room needs. So we've got light timers, fans, the light kits, the benches, the extraction systems. So you can see it just automatically knows based off of current knowledge what the build list will look like for this quote. And you can also add it manually as well. And here you can see all of the options in which my client was using. You can select multiples and it's automatically going to then populate the table. Now, that entire equipment list resides on this sheet. So if my client ever needs to add, modify, or change any of this information, all he's got to do is go to this sheet and do so. So there's, everything is very friendly and easy to modify. So scrolling further down this tool, now we have a list of equipment, electrical equipment in each one of the rooms, and those pieces of equipment generate heat. Now in the grow industry, it's really important that you have an AC system that is designed to be able to counter the heat load coming from the lighting. So using what equipment resides in each room, we can click Build HVAC System, and it's going to automatically calculate out the tonnage that you need for each room and then provides a suggestion on which HVAC system to buy. And once again, if we need to just manually add it, here's all of our air control systems as well. I'm going to add some extra ventilation here. Select that in. All right, scrolling further down the tool, here we have construction costs. So this is where the client could estimate that there's going to be a forklift needed. He's going to do hardwire electrical, plumbing's included, and they want to coat the floor. And then this also has 12-foot walls. So we select those items, it automatically populates, and there you go. Now these are all built-in formulas, and you can see that by double clicking, you can see where the formulas are being pulled from, and it's keeping track of everything. Now if we scroll back up to the equipment table, you can see I'm just going to update one of these from 14 to 20, and you see how that price changed? All of these formulas are live. Everything is modifiable and changeable on the fly. So when the sales individual is speaking with the client, those numbers are constantly being updated. All right. And then, of course, we always want to have a table for extra flexibility where we can just add additional costs that might not have been captured on the initial quote. Right, so that's pretty much it. That I just kind of walked through one of my clients' sales conversations, and they now have captured all of the price information for this quote. So now all they need to do is click the Generate Quote button, and what it's doing is it goes through all of the equipment and the plan and layout. It sums all of the numbers. It pulls over the information necessary. Now, in some cases, he didn't want to list price, so we've got a button that will then hide the price. This section isn't being used, so we're going to hide that section. This section also not being used. We're going to hide the prices here as well. No notes that we want to show. And there you go. One professional quote ready to go. And now let me show you when we hit print preview. It's laid out perfectly. All of the page margins are set up automatically, and this is ready to print to a PDF, just like that. You know, and so this is just one of many things that I can do for you, in which is going to streamline your process flow. So that's a flavor. Let me show you another tool that I made for the automotive industry. This form was used for the CAD designers. Basically, the engineers needed to communicate to the CAD designers what drawings were changing, what part numbers were changing, and how they wanted those drawings to change. So here we can add a couple drawing fields. We can add a summary. The drawing title. I worked on brake calipers. And then typically there was anywhere between 1 to 20 part numbers that resided on a drawing. So here we have the ability of listing the part number and how the part number is changing for each one. You know, the customer part number, typically the Ford part number, looks something like that from what I remember. Yeah, and as you can see, you know, it really it captured all of the information. And then you can see there's nice floating notes in case anybody needs hints as to how to use the field. And let's say that we've got a drawing that was very similar to this drawing. We could duplicate that. Let's say that this part is the brake line. We really wanted to have the brake line at the start of the instruction list, so we just hit these up arrows and we move this section up the page to the top. And there you go. You can see how you can quickly build very flexible custom forms. Now, this tool is really unique. It's something I can't show you, but you could click upload change, and if I was still connected to TRW's server, it would take all of this information that I filled out and it saved it to a Microsoft database on their local server, and then they could then reference any of that information later on. And then it also stored all of the assignments, like who this task was assigned to, and then automatically then communicated to them, hey, you've got this task to accomplish. This tool, this form, is still in use today. It's been in use for 7 years now, and I am confident I can build very reliable forms. I guarantee my Excel tools, if there's any problems that you run into, call me up and we'll get them fixed. If the change is outside of the initial design envelope, well, then we're going to have to re-quote. But yeah, that gives you a good flavor of my skill set. Interesting note on this tool works on both PC and Mac, so I am capable of making Excel tools that work across both platforms. A recent challenge that a client put to me, and I've been able to accomplish it. Let me show you just one more thing here. Alright, bear with me. Actually, I need to go to desktop. FlexMod bills. So I just kind of wanted to show you what you can expect out of my work log. I keep track of dates, the hours I worked, and the tasks that I accomplished. If we find ourselves in a large task that'll take weeks to a month, I just wanted to show you that I keep track of the work that I do, the running summary, and whatever deliverables might have happened on that date. I guarantee my work, and I don't ask for payment until delivery of the work at hand. So really, it's low risk on your part. I'd ask that you give me a chance, and I guarantee you're gonna be happy with the product that I deliver you. So yeah, give me a chance. I appreciate you listening to this video, and let's make some efficiency in your business. Let's automate some things. Let's smooth things out. All right, you have a good day. I appreciate you.